Hey everybody, this is Trevor Potter, also known as Trevor Putter. Give me a follow on Instagram. While you're at it, make sure you go and give my boys Disc Golf Dudes a follow. We'll start going through what's in my bag. So to start off with, I currently use the Pound Octo Haul. No complaints about it really, worth the price, very comfortable, holds a lot. I have more than I need in here with room to spare, so shout out to Pound for making this bag. So getting into my putters, I putt with the Classic Burst Judges. I've used them pretty much since I started, one of the first putters I picked up, and I've had no reason to change. I've just grown accustomed to using them. Throwing putters, I have this Lucid Judge, pretty much just straight to fade. Don't really have to worry about it turning over at all. It's just nice and consistent. And then I got a Start Rat, which will just flip up, go straight, maybe a slight turnover, but I've been loving this for backhands, and then forehands I can just kind of get it to flip up and just slightly turn over. Getting into the side of my bag, I bag 3 zones for my overstable shots. I've got a Z-Flex one that I love backhand, feels great in the hand, nice and consistent, reliably overstable. I've got a Z Glow that I love for forehands. It's more stiff, so it just feels better. Gets a little bit of ground play. And then my favorite zone is my X Soft zone. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's pretty warped, really puddle topped. It doesn't feel very good, but it has no glide, really overstable, soft plastic, just sits right where it hits. So I've used this for pretty much all of my forehand up shots. And then once in a while, when you need something a little more overstable, I got my Stego in the bag. Don't use it very often, but when you need to use it in the wind, it fights it. There's no turning it over, so gotta have something like this. Getting into my mid-ranges, starting with the most understable, I have this Primal Run Origin. I love it for my turnover backhands. It just flips up and turns, and it doesn't burn, but it holds that nice Anheuser line. And then a little bit straighter, I have a couple buzzes. I got this Z Glow Buzz. It'll just be pretty straight, slightest turnover, but I love this, feels great. And I got an ESP Buzz, which just flies a little more stable. Don't really have to worry about it turning over. It's not going to dump too hard. It's not flipping. It just goes nice and straight, kind of sits where it hits. Moving up into my fairways, I'll start with my Latitude 64 XXX. This thing it's a meat hook. I pretty much use this in the overstable mid-range slot. It's a 7-speed, so flies like a mid, but it has the feeling of a driver, so use this for a lot of shorter forehands. I got a Latitude 64 River, gold line plastic, got a nice Detroit Lion stamp on it, so surprised I haven't lost it yet. This thing's really nice for some turnover shots. I don't use it too often. Most of the time I need to throw a backhand turnover, I just throw a forehand instead, but once in a while in the woods you need something flippy like this. Little more stable, I got this Goldline Explorer. Shout out to Rec Discs Die on Instagram for hooking me up with this. Beautiful disc, flies pretty straight, little bit of turn, comes back at the end. Real nice disc. And then just a little more stability, I got a Metal Flake T-Bird 3. I believe this is the 2017 Paul Macbeth run. It's pretty beef for a T-Bird 3. It just goes straight and fades. There's no turning it over. It's real nice. Feels great. I got 2 Firebirds. I got this USDGC bottom stamp Nate Sexton Firebird. I like this for my backhands. It's a little less stable than my 2019, but this USDGC one, I can throw on a forehand, get a little flex, and then it'll dump. My 2019 is a little more of a meat hook. It's been in the bag for about a year and a half, so it's getting pretty beat in, but this thing's nice and flat, feels great for a forehand. Little bit further, I got this Madison Walker Champion Color Glow Thunderbird. It's pretty much a further Firebird. It's maybe a touch less of stability, but it's still pretty stable. Love it. Love the Champion Color Glow plastic. Feels great, flies great. Then I got this Pre-Flight Starfire. I pretty much use this for backhands. I gotta go pretty straight, or I can get a nice forehand turnover with it. I've been a big fan of the Starfire. I've had them in my bag for about a couple years now, and they're just really consistent. Big fan of them. So moving up to my rates now, I got these two rates. I got this blue one, Pre-Flight number. Really understable. Don't throw it very often, but really flippy. Then I got this yellow one. Got a nice little Pikachu die on it. This one's very controllable. It doesn't move left and right as much as a Destroyer. It's a little more controllable, just goes a little more straighter. So I'll throw this maybe in the woods a little bit more, but like the Wraith. And then the final discs in my bag are my Destroyers. So starting off with my least stable would be this blue 4-time Paul Macbeth. I'll use this for my forehand turnovers or backhand shots that need to glide a little more to the right before dumping. Moving up a notch in stability, I got this nice Red Wings one. This is my favorite one to throw forehand and backhand. It's more consistent, but it's not going to dump as hard as these other two. This is the one I lean on the most. I got this Grand Valley Champion Glow Destroyer. This is a nice stable one. It's not a complete meat hook, but it has a nice reliable fade, so in the headwind this is probably what I'll go to. And then my 4-time Purple Swirly Paul Macbeth Destroyer is my most overstable. It's a meat hook. It's what I use if I got a really strong headwind. If I got OB off to the side, I gotta just play it safe. This is what I'll go to. So that brings me to everything that's in my bag. Thank you for watching. Shout out again to Disc Golf Dudes. Make sure you follow them and follow myself, Trevor Potter.